Oh, man. You know what's crazy about this? How did they find the guy with actual scissors for hands to play this role? Like, that's crazy. Okay, so it's not. So he doesn't actually have scissors for hands in real life. Okay, well that makes more sense then, I guess. That's, whew, man, what an actor then. Am I right? I mean, had me convinced.
What are you doing here?
I took the stand and saw just a courtroom which full of Captain Jack Scissors fans.
So you don't read runway? You have no style or sense of fashion?
When you're in an abusive dynamic, psychologically, emotionally...
No, that wasn't a question.
I think vast majority of this trial was played out on
That's
social.
all.
This was the most humiliating and horrible thing I've ever been.
He's that sad little person.
Well, she's done it again. Amber Heard has risen from the dead. And yes, I'm talking about that little demon that told the world,
I want to move on with my life. I have a baby. I want to move on. I want Johnny to move on too.
Okay, so after the trial, we all thought that Amber was just gonna cut her losses, say goodbye to her legal team, and leave with what little bit of dignity she had left, like... No, a complete lie. Y'all, Amber walked out of that trial after taking that big L and was like...
You know what?
What?
I'm not leaving.
I'm sorry, you're not what?
I'm not fucking leaving!
Damn! So let's get to it. Amber had this great idea to go have an interview on NBC to, I guess, cover what we just spent the last 6 weeks watching live. I don't know. I watched it for you, so you didn't have to. Do not watch it. I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking pointless. It didn't do anything to help her. I don't know why she did it. It blew my mind. I'm pretty sure the woman interviewing Amber either didn't want to be there or was like, nah, I'll do this because I'm about to shit all over her. This is how it started.
Some people might ask, why? Are you brave? Are you reckless? Are you vindictive? Why did you want to do an interview?
And you knew the interview was going to be a masterpiece because she gave the perfect answer right off the start.
One thing I can tell you is, one thing I'm not is vindictive.
Why the fuck you lying?
So the interviewer asked, hey, like, why, what are you here for? Like, what's the purpose? She's like, I want to be treated as a human. And we're all like, no. And then they get on the topic of the First Amendment, and Amber says,
It's actually so much bigger than that. This is not only about our First Amendment right to speak.
and old girl was just like, let me fill you in on something real quick.
But here's the thing about the First Amendment. The First Amendment protects free speech. It doesn't protect lies that amount to defamation. And that was the issue in the case.
Yes, exactly.
I'm 99.9% sure that that was the first time that Amber was told that. She, like, laughed inside a little bit and was just like...
You serious?
So, you know, she had to clarify what she was really trying to say, and she went and said...
It's not just the freedom to speak. It's a freedom to speak truth to power.
Hot! Damn, can I get an amen? Hallelujah! Hallelujah! And she thought that she nailed that. You could just see the look in her eyes. She was like, damn, I'm good! But then the interviewer was just like...
But truth is the word.
Yes.
And that was the issue.
Damn! Like I said, then they went on to talk about pretty much a lot of the other topics that were brought up during the trial, which makes sense, right? And of course, Amber was like... No, he was lying, blah, 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 and so on. And Amber's responses to these questions were just so not smart. Like, they brought up the whole topic of, hey, you claim to have bruises, or you claim that he did this and that, and then the next day they weren't visible, or whatever it may be, and this is what she said.
Why are there no bruises?
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
Dude, that shit don't even make no fucking sense.
I'm sitting there watching this, and I heard that, and I just stared at my screen like...
What the fuck are you talking about?
The whole shit made no sense. They brought up the $7 million donation, as Amber said, which is the same as pledging it, according to her. But old girl was like, well...
You say I donated. You know that everybody thinks that you've donated it, not that you've pledged it.
Yeah, no kidding, because donated is past tense. I mean, you already did it, not pledge it like, yeah, when I get around to it. Then Amber went on to talk about the trial and how it really wasn't the trial that it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be this way, but it ended up just being people shitting all over me for 6 weeks, and she said this.
I feel like so much of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human, my credibility, to call me a liar in every way.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what the whole trial was about. Defamation. You were claiming he did this and trying to discredit him and all that shit. Like, what are you talking about? And of course, old savage interviewer was like...
And that was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
And
that was it.
They went on to talk about more pieces of the evidence and her testimony, and Amber was pretty much just doubling down on what she has been saying forever because, you know, she's right.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Then old girl asked Amber a question that really just stopped her in her tracks and had Amber like, I really gotta be careful about how I answer this question.
Let's go back to the day of the verdict. Were you feeling confident?
I heard that question and instantly knew the answer, and I'm sure everybody else knows that the answer is...
Hell no. Come on to the no, no, no.
Amber just sat there thinking of an answer like... And the best thing she came up with was...
That's a great question.
So I think she was pretty much just there to let everybody know that she's not done fighting and she's coming back like...
I've created a monster.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love him.
If there was ever a game over moment and statement, that is it. Amber, you did not study this part well enough. I still love him. Absolutely. That's what the abuser says. And it is the most abusive statement of all.